Thomas, you appeared on the panel of a discussion at the Positive Action Group last night, speaking about the future of healthcare provision, I suppose, on the Isle of Man as a general blanket. What were your initial sort of thoughts after the discussions?
I thought it was a very positive evening, actually, and I was quite encouraged to see that many of the points that I made were echoed by the Health Minister, Mr Ashford, after he gave his talk.
Do you feel as though the health system at present is failing?
I think if there is an area where more emphasis could be put right now, it's on the outcomes that we're achieving for people. I'm not here saying that there are people in the health service who aren't trying their very best, and they are, and they're producing some outstanding results on a daily basis. But I do think that overall, when you look at the outcomes and the health of the island, the trend seems to be that we'll become less healthy, and I think the point of the health service, should be to ensure that we, are as healthy as we can be.
The theme of the discussions last night seemed to be that the way that that can be improved is through a sort of a cultural shift, perhaps.
I think this is one of the biggest challenges that countries in the West, I'll call it, face, is that we've grown up under this culture where doctors are getting better and better at treating us, and maybe we feel that we can not take as much personal responsibility for our own health because of that. And the reality is that, particularly on the financial side, and that's the point I was trying to make last night, is that the increasing cost of healthcare is a grave concern for Western societies, and whether we can continue to afford to treat people in the way that we are.
One of the major statistics you used in your presentation was that the spend per capita on healthcare in the UK is around £2,000, and on the Isle of Man it's roughly sort of 60% of that. I put to the Health Minister, is that the gap that needs to be bridged? His response was that he wants more of a sort of an outcome-focused healthcare system rather than measuring the money sort of being put in. Is that something you sort of agree with, or?
Absolutely. I think as a country, we're trying to run a low tax strategy, which has been very successful for us over the years, and has something that we would want to continue. So I would definitely echo the Minister's comments.
And you mentioned as well that obviously we do live in a low tax jurisdiction. Is a healthcare system which is effectively free at the point of access sustainable?
I do think that's a point that should be debated amongst the Isle of Man people and politicians.
In terms of your discussions with the Health Minister, is that interaction ongoing, or do you feel last night is a continuation of previous discussions, or is it going to start new ones?
Last night personally was the first time I had met him, and but I was very encouraged by what he said last night, and he seems very committed to taking forward some of the ideas that we discussed, and I guess that'll be done in the context of the review that's ongoing at the moment.